Greetings, Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. This is your Goddess Guru, Tara Olafemi, here to bring you a word of wisdom to assist you on your path to self-realization and self-mastery. You know what I always say, life is about knowing the truth of who you are and living that fiercely. And you know what? We are gifted with so many good qualities. We have so much power and potential within us that we may as well go on ahead and use it. So self-mastery is also why we're here. And along the way, we do get sidetracked. And sometimes it's sort of fun coming out the dirt, out of the muck and the mire. It sucks to be in it though. But when you get out of it, it's awesome. This is your 2015 yearly reading for the Goddess Body, Mind, Spirit community. I don't know why it has taken me until February to get it done, but better late than never. You know, I always say the new year really starts in March with spring, the spring equinox. So maybe I'm on time. I hope that your winter has been great, that you have been taking time to nurture yourself. We are in the womb of darkness right now. This is the time to slow down, to recharge, and to renew. Even though so many of us live super busy lives, we have to make time to nurture ourselves. One of the best gifts that you can give to the world is taking care of yourself and loving yourself. And no better time to do it than in the winter. And so just use this time to plan what you want to do starting in March. Set some intentions for the spring equinox. And guess what? They are going to manifest. You just have to set your intentions and go after them, okay? This year actually is a year of abundance for us. The energies speaking are Heru positive, Sebek. Is it Hetep or positive? Oh, Hetep. Woo. So this is a year where we must be more joyful, that we must be creative in our own way. There's so many ways to be creative, but creativity, tapping into that part of yourself that likes to be artsy in whatever your craft is. Some people are creative in the kitchen. Some people are creative on the canvas. Other people are creative on the dance floor. Still others are creative on the internet. I've seen people just get super creative in ways where it's like, wow, this person is really passionate and loves what they're doing, and they create things that make people happy. So creativity is very, very important. It's very important to tap into your artistic endeavors when Heru speaks. This is a time where we all should be seeking joy, to be more joyful. If it's not fun, don't do it. If you don't get joy from it, don't do it. That's an indication you may not be doing the right thing. But I will say sometimes the joy comes at the end of hard work, because sometimes you have to put in some elbow grease. You have to put in some muscle work to achieve what you want in life. So sometimes getting there is not that fun, but when you get to your goal, that it could be so joyful. So yes, be joyful this year. Also, be flexible, be easy, go with the flow. Do some yoga. Yoga help get you flexible. Yeah, do some yoga. But it's really important for you to have a very flexible attitude. Don't be too rigid about life in general. This is also a year where you will tap into your inner sensuality, maybe your sexuality, in terms of you get to know your sexual self more. You might find that you have an increased libido. And, you know, sensuality, feeling good about yourself, knowing yourself to be wonderful and delicious and all that kind of good stuff. And this is on all levels. Just, you know, feel beautiful. Create a beautiful home. If you don't, you're not going to be happy this year. Lack of beauty will bother you. Clutter, you can't have a lot of clutter. But creating a beautiful space in your home, car, workplace, even if other people are not being neat and creating, you know, helping to contribute to a beautiful surrounding, you can still do your part to create beauty as best you can when you're in a group setting. But you need to know your own inner beauty also. If you don't think you're beautiful, we have a problem. You need to know yourself as beautiful. And this is for men and for women. We all have a natural innate beauty that has nothing to do with how we look. It has to do with our inner spirit. And so that to have fun, this is a year where we need to stop being tightwads. If we're being tightwads, we need to have fun. If you are already a partier, don't have too much fun though, okay? We don't want to have too much fun so that we're not really getting things done. You want to think about a mirror this year and how everything in the world, in your life, reflects you on some level. And it's really the things that you notice the most in other people, in your surrounding, in what's going on in the world, that's reflecting something to you about you. And so before you point your finger at someone else, make sure you're looking at your own self. Because most of the time, our relationships reflect to us something about us. It has nothing to do with the other person. If you're in a relationship with someone, you may find that this is a romantic year, a year where the fires rekindled. You may go through a season of spring this year in your relationship. You may find that you're in a new relationship. Because Heru has to do with romance and falling in love. But, you know, I'm the type of person who's a natural romantic. I've been married for almost 21 years. And my husband is a good man, but he's not super romantic. And I'm okay with that. He shows me love in a very kind and genuine manner that makes me feel special. But when it comes to slow music and watching, you know, romancy type things, or, you know, just the starry-eyed type romance stuff, he doesn't like that. And I knew that when I married him, so no biggie. But that doesn't mean I should deny myself from experiencing it. And so I just, you know, watch romantic things, or I just find ways to, you know, nurture that romance inside of me. So sometimes, okay, how about this? Romance your own self. Fall in love with you. And I think that's the point I'm making. That what I do when it comes to that romantic, just goo goo gaga type thing, I can do it with my own self through my dance, through my writing, through making these videos for you all. It's so many ways of looking at it, okay? Let's see here. If you have sexual trauma, this is a good year for you to address it. It's very scary, but in the end, you will be so much better for it. And again, I'm saying this because this is the energy of sexuality when we're talking about Oshun. And so, for some people, sexuality is scary. It's a source of woundedness. And for the women out there, if you are interested, my Iya, or Guru, Iya Oshinike, is doing Igniter weekends to assist us women, folk, with getting all healed up in our sexuality as women in general, and just getting freer and becoming more authentic. You can go to ManyPaths1, as in the number 1, truth.org, and learn more about her igniters. the work that I've done with Iya Oshinike, just in general, has led me to be a better person. For the men out there, if you want to do work that is specific to men, then you can work with my guru, Babaji, who is Iya's husband. Babaji has weekends that are geared towards men addressing their issues. Of course, I haven't been to one of these weekends, so I can't speak in depth. But guess what? If you go to Many Paths 1, as in the number 1, truth.org, you can learn more about the retreats that are for men. So this is a year really where you can get healed up. Again, we don't want to party too much. We want to make sure we have a good attitude, a joyful attitude. If you're not being creative, you may find that you're not happy. Okay? So it sort of goes hand in hand, happiness with creativity. But this is also supposed to be an abundant year. The law of attraction is major. What you think about and what you feel about, you bring about. If you don't want it, but you're thinking about it and you're feeling about it, it is going to show up. That is divine law. And so it's just important for you to be consciously creating your reality. You create your reality through thought and emotions, through feelings, through what you're focusing on. The more you think about something, the more it's going to show up in your life. I know this for truth. So let's go over to Sebek, because Sebek is a good energy to learn from when it comes to the law of attraction. Because Sebek is all about having a good mental health, a good state of mind. You want to avoid stinking thinking and use affirmations to reprogram yourself. Sebek says, what do you believe? Is your belief truth? Is your belief helping you? Or is your belief hurting you? So you want to look at your belief system and you want to transform that belief system, or transform any limiting beliefs. You want to look at the beliefs that were handed to you and ask, is this like a good belief to have? Just because mama and daddy believed it doesn't mean we should, okay? Sometimes mama and daddy were wrong, okay? We all know this. But it's anything that limits you, anything that keeps you from being your best self, that keeps you from embracing all of humanity, that keeps you from living a life of freedom. We should not be bound by our beliefs. Our beliefs should not make us like sourpusses to be around. Should not make us point our fingers and judge people, okay? They should call us to live better, help us live more authentically. And so when we're thinking about the law of attraction, what you think about, what you feel about, so much of that is related to belief, but also the way you can get yourself on track is using affirmations. You can use affirmations to get your mind, because Sebek is all about reprogramming yourself. You look at yourself as technology. You want to get yourself reprogrammed. And so that's very important. Work on your nervous system, because Sebek is all about the nervous system. So our nervous systems, we need to do a lot to keep them nice and healthy and strong. If you feel like you're short-circuiting, then again, go get creative. You want to do some things that nurture yourself. You might just need to shift gears. Sebek also is the energy of Eshu. So when we talk about Eshu, Eshu is saying, look, let's check out your character this year. Let's see what part of your character is rock solid and good, quite frankly. Iwa Pele is another way of saying it, good character. And what part is not good? Where are you lacking? And so you may find yourself standing at crossroads where you have to decide what you're going to do. And it's no judgment. People should not be judging folks. It's just, you know, we make decisions and then there's energetic and physical consequences from them. But more than anything, we want to have good character. When we have good character, the decisions about what to do will be easy. It'll be crystal clear. And it should be easy, because when you make up in your mind, I know the right thing to do, you just do it. It doesn't take a whole lot. Because we know what we plant out there, it grows. So if we plant something that's not good, as in we make a choice that shows bad character, it's going to come back around, and it's no like scary thing. We just take responsibility when it happens and maybe say, oh, lesson learned. I will not do that again. Technology is also important. Communication is important when Sebek speaks. So you want to make sure that you speak clearly, that you're understood, and that you're understanding what other people are saying. So communication is key in all the different forms. Journal, write this year. Another thing with Sebek is, I just had it. That's why I was trying to move on so I don't lose it. Communication. Maybe it'll come back to me because it's important. Okay, this is also the energy of Mars. No, excuse me. Mercury. The energy of Mercury. So again, technology will be important, but sometimes technology is not necessarily something that's a machine. There's spiritual technologies out there that you want to use. Meditation is a great spiritual technology. This is also the year from the Mayan oracle of MANIK. And what MANIK says is, finish what you start. Don't move on until you finish. You need to finish what you start. MANIK also says that you may find that you have more spiritual tools that come to you. Or if you're using your spiritual tools, some people may use oracles, crystals. There's so many different spiritual tools that we've been gifted with. So use your spiritual tools, but just remember that the true power lies within you. It does not lie within the spiritual tool. You have power within you, and you want to tap the power within you, and that's really all that the tools do. Chanting is another spiritual tool. It does not matter what your religion is. Find some words of power from your system and say them over and over and over, and they will literally unlock power within you. Okay? So use spiritual tools. And so that's the reading for this year. This should be a positive year. It's just so many, it's just a very positive reading. Abundance and just good times. As long as we are attuning ourselves to that. Just remember, we are energy, and we can attune ourselves to whatever we want. We just have to think about it long enough. Feel it as if you already have it. And then you'll start finding things are lining up, but you do have to follow the steps to getting that. Okay, I just remember what I forgot about today. Last thing, pay attention to details. We have to pay attention to details. We don't want to miss the forest for seeing the trees. We don't want to be too detail focused. We don't want to be nitpicking people. But we do need to read the fine print. We need to pay attention to details. Getting in nature, it's important to get on water. I'm sorry, I'm making this video late at night. Because Heru, Oshun, is the energy of rivers. So turn on a documentary about rivers. You will learn so much. Attune yourself to the energy of the river. Get on the river and allow the rivers to speak to you. You can get on the oceans if you want to. Ponds, lakes. Just get on some body of water. But the rivers will really speak to us this year. The other thing you want to think about is doors opening. doors opening, because Eshu has to do with like openings, opening the way. Not like Ogun, who's the warrior, who's like forging the path and removing obstacles, but you just want to think about gateways and openings. You could look at it as, in modern day times, like, do you see the opening for the opportunity? Okay. Do you see the opening for the chance to talk to someone, since communication is important? Do you see an opening to something better, and you've got to take a step through that door? So the opening, the door. You know, Eshu is the messenger energy also. And so, you know, call on the messenger if you need a message sent up on high. Just remember, up on high is the divine within you. Call on your ancestors. They are our angels, and they will assist us. The wisdom of the universe lies within you. And this year is an opportunity to know it more fully. This is Tyra Olafemi, your goddess guru. I hope this video blesses someone out there, or someone's out there. And I just wish all the blessings of the goddess be upon you. And have a great year. Let's check in with each other. Peace. Hetep.